Hey, welcome back to a beginner's guide to using WordPress. In this lesson, you'll learn about one of the main tools you can use to create content, posts. You'll learn how to access the existing posts, and then how to add, edit, or delete a post. WordPress posts can also be scheduled, and you can even create drafts before you publish anything. So let's see how that's done. To access the Posts module, you hover on this link and you get a submenu where it says All Posts, Add New, Categories, and Tags. So let's click on this main link. It's going to take me to the All Posts page. Here you can see a table with the post title, author, categories, tags, comments, and the published date. You can also change the view option by clicking this button. This will give you more details about each post. If you want a more condensed look, then you can click this. On the top, you have a few filters. You can display all posts or only the published ones. Because here's how it works. You can create posts and you can create drafts. Drafts are posts that are not published yet. And if you select all here, you're going to see posts and drafts. If you hit published, you're only going to see published posts. You can also display posts depending on the date they were written in and also the category they belong to. And then you can hit the filter button. Or you can search for specific posts. Simply enter your keyword and hit search posts. So if I search for something that doesn't exist, it's going to tell me that no posts are found. Also, you can select individual posts, or you can select all the posts by hitting this checkbox. And then you have bulk actions. You can edit, or you can move to trash or delete. So that's like a general presentation of the post page. But let's go ahead and add a new post. So hit add new. This can be done from multiple locations as well. So let's say you're on the dashboard and you want to add a new post. You can click on this link, write your first blog post. You can hover the new button and select post, or you can hover on the menu and select posts, add new. Or if you're on the front end, you can hit new post. So it's really easy. So let's go posts, add new. Basically, you give it a title, hello there, and then you give it some content. This is my first post. And that's pretty much it for content. Now you have a couple of options. You can select the post format. And the post format really depends on what you're sharing. If it's like a post where you show some information, maybe some images, then standard will do just fine. Aside is mostly used for simple and quick text-only posts. Images, well, you're going to use this if you're sharing an image. Video for video, of course. Audio is self-explanatory. Quote, again, self-explanatory. Link, if you want to share a link to another website or maybe another article on your own website. And then gallery allows you to create an image gallery. For now, let's go with standard. Then you have categories. Now, by default, you have this uncategorized. You can add new ones. For example, testing, add new category, or web design. And the categories can have parents. So, for example, web design, I can set the testing as its parent category. And you can see a tree structure starting to form here. And you can select multiple categories if you want. Then you have tags. So if you're writing about, let's say, food, and you're posting a new recipe, then a proper tag would be something like recipe. If you're using, let's say, lobster in your recipe, then you might say lobster. And you can separate the tags with commas. So once you hit add, it's going to add the recipe and lobster tags, and you can remove any of these at any time. If you work with tags a lot, then you also have the option to choose from the most used tags. And then for each post, you can set an image. So hit Set Featured Image. You can drop an image here or open a select window, or you can choose one from the media library if you have one. There are no images here yet, so that will be covered in a future lesson. Let's close this. And now on the publish, you have a couple of options. You can either save a draft, you can preview it. It shows you exactly how your post will look like once it will be published. So if I want to change something and I hit preview again, this page will refresh and it says WordPress is really nice. So it updates once you hit that preview button. Now for this post, you have some information as well. You can see the status. It's currently a draft because it's not published. A visibility, it's set to public so everybody can see it. And then you have publish immediately. So let's see what options we have here. For visibility, if you click on edit, you can keep it public, or you can make it password protected and you can specify a password, or you can make it private so nobody can see it but you. So let's just stick with public. And if you do that, you can make it a sticky post, which means it will always be displayed on top of the post list, no matter what date it was published. So let's hit OK. And then on publish immediately, you can specify a published date. So let's say, for example, you're writing the post now, but it covers something that maybe will only be available next week. So you want to set it to publish a week from now. Well, you can simply set the publish date and then hit OK. You can also delete it or you can publish it. So let's go ahead and publish the post. And notice you're now taken to a page for editing that post. So now the front end is updated with the latest post, as you can see here. And the new post is sitting on the top because it is the most recently published post. So that's how you add a post. If you want to edit, you can simply go to all posts, and by hovering on one of these titles, you have the options to edit, quick edit, which will open an editor right here in the table, and you can change the title, you can change the categories, tags, and so on. Or you can hit edit, and it's going to take you to this big page where you can virtually change anything you want with this post. So if you want to change the content, hit update, and it will update as well. If you want to delete it, you can do it from here, go to trash, or you can open it and clicking this one, move to trash. So if you hit that, you'll only see one post. And now you have another option here that says trash. If you open it, you're going to see your post. And you have the option to restore it or delete it permanently. So let's restore it. And that's how you add and edit a post. For categories, you have a separate section here. You have all the existing categories and the options to create new ones. So if I want to say a category like PHP, you can give it a description if you want. This is the PHP description. Add new category. And it shows up here, and the description is shown on this table. Just like posts, you have some bulk actions that apply when you select elements. You have the option to search for categories. So searching for PHP only gives me one result. If you hover on a specific category, you have options to edit, quick edit, like changing the name, the slug, delete, or view. If you click on view, it's going to take you to category archives. Basically, this means it will show you all the posts that belong in a specific category. If you click on edit, you'll have some more options like setting the description and setting the parent. So let's update this. And you can see the tree structure here. So this is the first level with a single dash, and this is the second level with 2 dashes. The same goes for tags. They're very much like the categories, except tags cannot have parents. So again, you simply create a tag, maybe give it a description, and hit Add New Tag. And then on the table on the right, you can see a count. How many times has a tag been used? So now if you go to Add New Post, you can see the new categories, and also let's say CEU, and it gives me a list of matching existing tags that I can choose from. So I can select this one if I want to add it to a new post. And that's basically how you add and edit posts. Okay, now that you have a firm grasp on how to work with posts, it's time to move on to pages. That's what you'll learn in the next lesson.